In March of 2022, a young Abrian stepped into a packed movie theater and watched one of the best movies he's ever seen, Sing 2. No, I'm just kidding. It was The Batman. Like every teenage boy who watched The Batman at the time, I adopted all of Bruce Wayne's personality traits and I started listening to Nirvana. Alongside the personality traits of angst and vengeance is one you're probably familiar with now, masculinity. At the time of the movie's release, masculinity was still in that dark age of tabooness that had entered during the great political diversion of 2016. But after the release of the movie, masculinity kind of took the spotlight. If you scroll on TikTok or YouTube, you're bound to find videos like these.
Being plus size is a choice.
Thursday, October 31st. The city streets are crowded for the holiday, even with the rain.
And if you're the type of fella to watch videos like these, you're bound to notice something. Characters from various forms of media are scattered throughout. Characters that tend to represent masculinity, like Batman, Tyler Durden, or some buff-ass random anime character. If you consume this fictional masculinity type content, I'm sure you can recall a time where you were scrolling on YouTube or TikTok being lazy, and then Tyler Durden pops up on your screen. This motivates you to get up and lift or work on something you've been procrastinating. This is the hidden impact of fictional masculinity. As cringy as it sounds, your boy Abrian, back in his dog days of lifting, he would turn on Something in the Way by Nirvana, and he'd pretend he's Batman training to protect Gotham. And he may or may not still do that time to time. But honestly, me doing that made me want to lift more, especially when I was first starting out. Having a character that exhibited the traits that I desired kind of gave me something to look up to in a way. All these characters have desirable physiques, missions and purposes in life, and a drive that's unhindered no matter what. That shit sounded straight out of an anime. Especially over the past few years, these fictional characters, through these edits and through the popularity of their movies, they've inspired people to genuinely improve themselves, become happier, become healthier. And when you think about the domino effect of things, that really does impact our generation and the generations to come. But like all media, too much of it is not a good thing. And that brings me into my next point. The idea of self-improvement fundamentally is to 1. Progress as a human, and 2. Learn to be happy with the bare minimum things in life. Not much stimulation. But stimulating is exactly what this kind of media is. You know, watching his narrator beats the ever-living shit out of Jared Leto. Watching Goku go Ultra Instinct and fight the most badass fight you've ever seen. Watching as Harley Quinn gets naked in front of this media was created to be stimulating, to entertain you. And of course, that clashes with the fundamentals of self-improvement. At some point, after consuming this content for a long period of time, you're gonna stop watching Batman for inspiration and you're just gonna start watching Batman because you like Batman. There's nothing wrong with that inherently. I love Batman. But when you lose the meaning behind the content you consume, the content consumes you. That's some Tyler Durden shit right there. I'm sure we've all heard of mindlessly scrolling and consuming. I'm sure we've all mindlessly consumed recently, honestly, within the past week. And mindlessly consuming is mindless and harmful because it lacks meaning. That's why reading books isn't considered mindlessly consuming, because you're consuming the book for a meaningful reason. And that's exactly what you have to do with this type of content. You gotta consume it with a meaningful reason. But for my next point, I wanted to touch base on literally me characters. I just wanted to say that I'm Patrick Bateman. You're not. I called dibs. I'm also Ryan Gosling. I called dibs on that too. But seriously, as much as these characters are a great source of inspiration and they're great forms of artwork, don't base your entire personality off of them. I understand the concept of, relating with the character, relating with their struggles. That's why a lot of movies are made in the first place. But basing your entire persona off of them kind of defeats the whole point of self-development. You're not really doing self-improvement or self-development when you're pretending to be Donnie Darko. Moral of the story, I personally do believe you should consume content like this if you like this sort of content. I'm sure people like Hamza or the other hyper-masculine self-improvement YouTubers would be like, look at this femboy encouraging people to watch kids programs for motivation. Go snort some testosterone off your loving and feminine woman's titties and then come talk to me. That was a certified Abrian Family Guy cutaway gag. There's something in these fictional characters that inspires us, and it impacts us more than we realize, so we might as well take advantage of it. And in honor of this video, I unprivated an old Batman fan film that I uploaded to this channel like 2 years ago, I think. So if you want to tickle my willy and give me a little treat, go give that a watch. I have a Discord server in the description if you want to join. We talk about, self-improvement things and probably Batman now. I also have a Patreon that has like jack shit on it. There's like nothing meaningful, but I do plan on adding meaningful content sooner or later. For now, it's like a please give me money out of the kindness of your heart kind of Patreon. But on that note, I'll see you in the next one.